One.
All right, guys, welcome to Get Fit for God. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a lovely day, a lovely evening to praise God and work out. So I wanted to thank all of our newcomers that are here today and our guests. Thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you to our legacy members for inviting our new guest today. If you're new with us, I'd like to tell you a little bit about who we are. The name of our community and our family is called Get Fit for God. And the reason why I created that is because I wanted to put spirituality and fitness together as one thing, because our body is a temple and it is made to worship God, and we should use it to honor and worship God. So, what we do here is we have a Bible study and fitness group and community. So my sister and I, which is Dee Dee, she does the fitness portion and I do the Bible study portion. So we do 3 rounds of that. So she starts out with the exercise. She'll instruct you guys on how to do the workouts, and I'll let her introduce herself in a few seconds. And then I follow up with a Bible study after that. During the Bible study, we actually read a verse and we break that verse down, and then we do a discussion question in regards to that verse. You're welcome to answer the question if you'd like. All you have to do is press those 3 dots at the bottom of your screen and then raise your hand, and I will recognize you and you can come off of mute and you can answer the question. Um, once you do that, um, once you do that, then you can then participate in the question and answer session, and then we can continue the discussion. So we do that for 3 rounds. Okay. And so after that, we typically do our prayer and then we have a little bit of announcements after that. Okay. So really simple. So I welcome you to, again, I always say you can sit back, but don't relax because we're working out today and we're working out not only our bodies, but our minds and our spirits as well. Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right, guys. So we've been working on our theme this week. Our theme this week has been wisdom. Okay. We've broken down from day one what wisdom is. We talked about what wisdom is in speech, and we talked about what wisdom is in following God's path and Him establishing Himself in our lives as our Father. All right. So today we'll be talking about wisdom in the workplace, wisdom in the workplace, and how we apply wisdom, biblical wisdom, to the workplace as well. Okay. So stay tuned for that. I'll go ahead and get Dee Dee on. Dee Dee, you want to go do a quick intro real quick?
I would love to. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Get Fit for God. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. As Aaron said earlier, I'm his little sister, Dee Dee. I take care of the fitness portion of our evening. We do our 3 rounds of workouts. We use pretty simple equipment. With every round of workout, I always demonstrate the exercises first, and then I invite you guys to join in with us. When you are doing the workouts at home, please be mindful of your body. We want to be safe and have fun. So if I'm doing something that may be a little bit outside of your range of motion, you can feel free to modify or take it a little bit lighter. The most important thing is that you just keep moving. So even if you just got to march in place while I'm working through an exercise, that is perfectly fine. Today is going to be a core day. We're working out our lower back and our abs. So the only equipment we're using today is a yoga mat and a water bottle. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's okay. You can grab a blanket or something that's just going to put a layer between you and the floor. And we're going to rock it out, guys. It's day 5. We're going to have a great time. It is reggae night. We have theme nights. Tonight is reggae night. So we're going to have a good time together.
Boop, 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 boop. All right, guys. So we definitely like to have fun here. So don't worry. We always try to have a little bit of fun here and make it fun for everybody. So definitely, um, you guys come back and enjoy, and let's just have a good time today, guys. All right, this is a very safe space for you to express yourself. This is a judgment-free zone, so don't be afraid to answer questions. Okay, we want to hear your opinion because you know what? Iron sharpens iron, and as Christians, we want to continue to sharpen each other's spirituality. All right, because Jesus is coming back soon. So we need to learn as much as we can and share the good news with others. So I don't proclaim to be a pastor or a preacher. I'm just facilitating this community, and I'm learning just as well as you guys. So everything we're doing here is beginner level. So don't feel like, oh, you're coming into an advanced situation. There's people here that haven't worked out in days, months, possibly even years. So take it slow. Don't do too much if you're a newcomer, and just try to enjoy yourself. Okay. All right. You ready, Dee?
Yes, I am ready. I was sending out one final message to see if one of our members were joining, but if she does, she'll go ahead and send the request to come in. All righty, guys, go ahead and get your equipment. I'll get our music started. We're gonna rock it out for day 5.
All right.
All right, let's see here. And if you can give me some feedback on the volume, I'd appreciate that, bro.
Okay. That's good.
Good.
Mm.
All righty. All right, guys. So before we begin, we're going to do a little bit of light stretching. Yesterday was a very intense day for those that were in. We worked on our legs, lower body, so I'm sore. I'm glad we're not using our legs much today. All righty, go ahead and stretch your arms out. We're going to start with our windmills. We're just rotating forward, opening up our upper back, stretching out our arms. All right, go ahead and reverse that. We're going to go backwards with it now. All right, looking good. Next, torso twist. Put your hands on your waist. We're just twisting from side to side, stretching out our lower back, stretching out our ab muscles. We're going to use them today, guys. It's a new year. We're coming back with renewed motivation, renewed discipline. We're going to be healthy this year. All right, next we got our toe touches. Tips of the finger touching the top of your feet. We're just going to reach down, back up. Go ahead and stretch out that back. All right. We're going to do a couple more of those, and then we'll jump into our workout routine. All right. Shake it off, shake it off. Okay, guys. So before we begin, let me go ahead and adjust my camera here. Okay, that looks good. All right. First, we're going to start with our standing knee raises. So what I want you to do, you're going to put your hands in front of you about chest level. And the goal is to try to raise your knee as close to your hand as you can get. So what that's going to look like, we're just raising up. And as you're doing that motion, you'll feel it in the upper part of your abs, okay? So we're going to do a 10 count together. Come on, join in with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get those knees up there, guys. 6, 7. Almost there. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Good job. Shake it off. Shake it off. All right. Next, we're going to go down to our mat. I'm going to grab a little blanket. You can grab something if you need some extra cushion. I need some extra cushion when I'm working out on my back. So this is what I'm going to be using with my yoga mat. All right. So for our first exercise, we're going to do something called frog tap. So what that's going to look like, we want our feet to kind of look like a little frog, right? So we're going to hold our feet together and let our knees fall apart. So we don't want our legs close. We're going to let our knees separate, but our feet are going to be together. And what we're going to do is we're going to lean back. And all we're doing, we're leaning back on our elbows. No, this might be a better angle. Leaning back on our elbows, feet together, knees apart. We're going to lift our feet up and tap them down. Up and tap them down. We're going to do a 10 count together. Join in with me, guys. Up, down, up, down. 3, 4, 5, nice smooth motion, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Next, go ahead and lean all the way back. We're going to lay flat for this one. Hands behind your head, and we're going to lift our legs up. We're going to bend, out, and bend. Once again, up, bend, out, and bend. You want to keep your feet off the ground. You're not going to put your feet on the ground with this exercise. All right, guys, we're going for a 10 count. Let's go. Up, down, out, in. Up, down, out, in. That's 2. Down, out, in. 3. Up, down, out, in. 4. Out, in. That's 5. Halfway mark, guys. Hang with it. 6. Up, down, out, in. 7. Up, down, out, in. 8. Up, down, out, in. 9. Up, down, out, in. That's 10, guys. Good job. Proud of you. Good job. All right. So for our next exercise, we're going to do ankle bicycle kicks. So think about when you're riding the bike and your feet go like this. What we're going to do is lay flat on our back, and we're going to raise our legs into a bent position, and we're just going to bicycle the air for 10 seconds. We're going to take a brief break, and we're going to get right back at it for 10 seconds. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. We're laying flat, feet up, and we're going to do a bicycle motion. We're going to do that for 10 seconds. Hang in there, and then we're going to take a brief break, okay? All right, guys, first set of 10. Let's go. Legs up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, feet down. Take a couple moments. All right, back up. 10 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet down. Take a few moments to rest. All right, we're going back up for our third set. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet down. Take a few moments, guys. We're almost through it. All right, back up. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Last set, guys. Ooh, y'all looking good out there. Up. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, guys. Take a little breather. Our next exercise, our torso twist with a pulse. So what that's going to look like for this one, we're going to be at an angle. We're not going to be flat. We're not going to be straight up. We're at an angle. Put your hands together, and we're going to start in the center. Return to the side. 1, 2, center. Other side. 1, 2, center. The most important part of this exercise is that your legs are bent and your back is bent at an angle. That's how we're going to engage our core muscles. If you're too far back, you might need to lean up a little bit. Just make sure you're not sitting all the way forward, because then you're not going to feel it in your core. All right, guys, we're going to go for a 10 count. Let's go. 1, 2, center. 1, 2, center. That's 2. Center. 3. Center. 4. Center. 5. Center. 6. Center. 7. Center. 8. Almost there. and to the middle. That's 10. Good job. All right, guys. Next, we have our crunch, our reverse crunch. So what we're going to do, have your hands behind you like this. We're resting on our hands. So look how I have my hands. I'm taking them straight back, and I'm resting on them. And what I'm going to do with my legs bent, I'm going to lean down and then push myself back up. You're going to feel that in your lower abdomen, okay? Once again, we're going to bend our elbows, lean down, and then push ourselves back up. We're going to do 10 of those together. Join in with me, guys. Let's go. Down, up, down, up. That's 2. Up, down, up. That's 3. Really use your core to help you get up. Don't rely on your arms. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Good job. All right, guys. So our next exercise is frog and reach. Remember that frog position where we have our feet together but our knees are separated? What we're going to do in this position, hands behind our head, like so. We want the majority of our back on the ground. Our shoulders and head are not going to lay flat on the ground. So what that looks like, you see how my head is lifted, hand behind my head, legs in the frog position, and I'm going to reach one hand and tap 3 times to my knee. While you're tapping, you'll feel your core moving from left to right. Make sure that head stays off the ground. We're going to do 3 taps on one side and then 3 taps on the other side. Join in with me, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Switch your arms. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Make sure you keep that head off the ground. 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Give me 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Great job. All right, guys. That concludes round 1. Go ahead and grab your water bottle, grab your towel. Let's get into our Bible study.
Booyaka, booyaka, bip, 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 bip. Boy, she was getting it. You guys should have a nice little sweat going on, man. Man, I'm so proud of my sister. So you guys, hopefully you guys had a good first round of workout, that you built up a little sweat. Grab some water, grab a towel, grab your chair, and let's sit back and jump into our Bible study, okay? All right. Thank you so much for that round, Didi. All right. So we've been talking about all week wisdom, guys. So for those that are new and visiting with us today, we've been talking about wisdom all week. We talked about the definition of wisdom and the power of wisdom. We talked about wisdom in speech, and then we talked about wisdom in following God's path. So today we're talking about wisdom on the workplace. We have so many different challenges on the workplace. I know a lot of people here are in different professions, so you know what I mean. Some people are in customer service, some people are in healthcare, and other job capacities. And we always have to deal with something on the job. So being wise on how we approach those things are really important, because what happens is that if we make the wrong decisions on the job, we may offend somebody, we may say the wrong thing, we may approach somebody the wrong way, and we never know what type of day another person is having. You guys agree with that? We never know what kind of day a person's having. If you agree with me, put some thumbs up in the chat. If you agree with me, we never know what a person is dealing with on a daily basis. So, we have to be very careful on what we say, how we say things, and also make the right decisions as well. Because as Christians, people are always looking at us. They're always looking at us. They want to see what we're doing, and we have to set a godly example by doing the right thing. Okay? So, all right, guys, so let's jump into our first verse of the evening. Our first verse of the evening, 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "Therefore, be strong and courageous. is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 3. And what that says is, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. And actually, I'm going to go to another verse first. I'm actually going to go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. We're going to revisit Proverbs, but let's start with Colossians first. I think that's a better verse to start out with. So Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. And that says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. And that's key right there. That's key. That's a very wise comment. So let's break that down. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Meaning that when we're on the job, you know, a lot of people like to do things piece at a time or halfway, and they just come to the job for a paycheck. I mean, I guess that's fine and dandy if that's what you want to do. But to be godly and as a Christian, you should be working and putting in all the efforts with all your heart. Do it with some passion, do it with some determination, because God wants you to work at your job. Okay? When you're on the job, he wants you to do your job and do it all your might. If you're going to be a janitor, be the best janitor you're going to be. If you're going to be a cashier, be the best cashier you're going to be. Because you know what? You have to give all of you. Just like how God gives all of himself to us, we have to give all of ourselves in service to others. Because our job is to serve other people. That's what our job is. God put us on this earth to serve. That's what our job is to serve. Okay? So when you're on the job, you need to do everything you can and put your whole heart in it. Do you guys agree with that? Let me know in the chat if you guys agree with that. Put some thumbs up if you guys agree with that. Perfect, perfect. Some people listen to me. Okay, good, good, good. The next part of the verse says, as you're doing this as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Meaning that, again, we're not doing this for man. We're doing this. The reason why we're working hard and the reason why we're putting our all in it is to do this in service of the Lord. That's why we're working hard. That's why we're doing our full commitment to our service and to our work. Okay? We shouldn't be out there trying to do it to serve man. We should be doing it to serve the Lord. That's the key aspect of it. So let's jump into our discussion question. And for those that are new, if you would like to answer the discussion question, feel free to engage with us. We are a very open group and a safe space for you to answer our questions, and because iron sharpens iron, guys, and we're trying to learn from each other as Christians. So if you'd like to answer some of the questions, feel free to chime in. And the way you do that is there's 3 buttons at the bottom of your screen, 3 little dots in a row. You click that. Once you click it, you'll see a little hand. Press that hand icon, and that'll allow you to raise your hand. I'll be able to recognize you. And once you get recognized, you can come off of mute. You don't have to come on camera. You can come off of mute, and then you can go ahead and answer the question once you come on. Okay. So we're going to go do our first discussion question. And our first discussion question is this. So when a coworker is being difficult or unfair, how do you practice what they say, a soft answer turns away wrath? How do you practice using that principle without feeling like you're compromising your boundaries or being a pushover? Let me repeat that question again for those newcomers. Okay. When a coworker is being difficult or unfair, how do you practice, and this is the quote that I'm talking about, a soft answer turns away wrath. That's the practice that we're talking about, without feeling like you are compromising your boundaries or being a pushover. Who would like to chime in on that one? Who'd like to chime in on that answer? Go back to my screen. If you have your hand up. Didi, go ahead.
I think the easiest way to use a soft answer without being necessarily a pushover is, first of all, establishing or addressing what the difficulty is. I think if we just kind of skate around the issue and, oh, well, I know you had a hard day, but, it's okay. No, that's when you become a pushover. When you
Mm.
approach someone, you can correct their behavior if it's not in line with the company's policies in a soft way, like, hey, I did notice that when you were addressing that customer earlier, maybe you were a little bit harsh. We need to try in the future, just addressing what the issue is without yelling and screaming lets you know that the purpose of this is for us to de-escalate what happened, not because I'm going to let you run all over me.
Perfect. Wonderful answer. Marie?
Yeah. Hi, good evening, everybody. I would say maintaining a professional boundary. Um, if okay, I give for example today, I had a client came in and she said that she brought in some stuff, so I am telling her that the stuff are not there to please bring it back, and she was like raising her voice and where did I put it and where, but I was not the one who received it. So I came outside and I addressed her calmly with the thoughts and the wisdom that I have gained, the knowledge and everything. I
Mm-hmm.
spoke to her softly, and by the time she left, and I'm praying as well. I'm talking to her, but I'm praying in my mind because I'm outside now. I'm not behind my counter.
Right.
And then I spoke to her and she calmly, okay, I'll bring it. And in like 10 minutes, she brought another thing. I loaded it up and she was happy. She went happy. So
Wow.
I think we just need to think about the positive that we can do at work and and then don't overburden ourselves with the negative. That's what I would say. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. Perfect. Wonderful example. Bernadine?
All right. Hi. All right. I am also encounter at work. I remember last year because every young lady that come after me, I'm the one who trained them at where I work. So 2 days into the training with this young lady, the following day she came back to work, but she haven't said nothing, and her face was all knit up. And so I thought something was wrong, but I want to approach her and I want to talk to her. So I said, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's see what's going on. When we get and also we started to talk, but still the answer that I was getting back from her, the feedback I was getting back from her was like, when someone really mad, all the answer that you're getting back was mm, mm,
Mm.
okay.
Wow.
So I wanted to tell her, you know what? You just started to work here. And this is what you are showing. This is what, but in that what I was saying in my mind. But I know if I approached her when she was mad, it would have been something different. The both of us would have gone back and forth, back and forth. And like I keep telling my children, them, you do not approach someone when they are mad. Do
Mm.
not approach nobody when they are mad because you won't get through, they won't hear you, they won't see you. So, okay, I wait until she's calmed down. Then I look at her the following day and I tell her, I said, what happened? I found out the past 2 days you are not yourself. Then she sat and she was going on and fingers and all was up and everything. So, right, as the Bible said, slow to speak and quick to listen. So I shut up and gave her the floor. So I said, you know what? I told her, I said, let's go and take this to the supervisor. We need to
Mm.
take this to our supervisor and let her be the one to be our judge with this. But first, I tell her, I said, you know what? If I offend you, because the both of us work out here together. So if I offend you and said anything, please forgive me. So we're going to take this to the supervisor. So she said, you're right. You're right. We got to take this to the supervisor. So I tell her, I said, oh, and by the way, our supervisor is my daughter. Well, me and my co-worker, we are best bud now, because now she found out that the supervisor is my daughter. So we were best bud. So like I said, you gotta slow to speak and quick to listen. If we jump after people when they are mad and behaving in a rage, you yourself going to behave in a rage because you want to snap at them the same way they go off. But we got to slow to speak and quick to listen.
Wonderful point. Wonderful point. Slow to speak and quick to listen. I hope you guys are writing this stuff down. Great point. All right, Lou D, go ahead.
Okay, I would recognize the coworker adversities or something like that. But at the same time, I don't want to appear like I'm weak or seems to be, the way that like I'm defeated. So instead, I would empathize with them,
Mhm.
find out what is bothering the person, and then I would offer something like to say, I'm so sorry. Can I get you something? Can, you know, I get you something? Sorry about that. Sorry that you feel this way. And then I will move on.
Mhm. Gotcha. So empathy, applying empathy. Great. All right, Sylvia.
No, okay. I had a situation with one of my coworkers. She was, I guess she was already upset. So I asked her a question about something that was done at the front desk checking in a client. So she just got upset and just started yelling and almost using profanity.
Mhm.
So we was on the phone talking. So because she was at the hospital and I was over where I work at. So I said, all right, I'll talk to you later. So what I did was when I had to go take my lab work over to the hospital, I asked her how she was doing. I pulled her to the side and went in the back room and I talked to her and asked her what was wrong. I said, because you know what I represent and you say you represent what's going on. And she said that she was going through something. So I asked her, I said, can you please don't do that. I mean, because and I was honest with her. I said, you don't have a child named Simone. My name is Sylvia. Your child is blah, blah, blah. So she said, I'm sorry. And I said, well, I'm sorry you feel the way you do. But if you have something to say to me, come to me and talk to me about it. Please don't do what you just did.
Mhm.
So, and we squashed it and she was fine.
Gotcha. So being direct and letting them know how you feel about the situation is a key way to approach it through wisdom. Okay. All right. We have room for one or two more. Dennis G, go ahead. You're on mute.
Okay. Good night, everybody. My take on this, um, I would, I'm going to ask a question. Okay. Even though I'm supposed to use wisdom and stuff like that, but where is the boundary? And I'm saying that, I'm asking that to say that people work in environment sometime, and sometimes it's very hard. You allow managers, supervisors, client and stuff to really, in my own word, take advantage, abuse you verbally, and it's very hard sometimes because knowing that that's your social income, your livelihood, that job, that paycheck is what you use to pay your bills and other stuff. So I want to know, where is the boundary, in the sense of, okay, now I know I'm right, but I just don't want to say the way I feel, in fear of retaliation.
Mhm.
Okay, and sometimes it's hard. I know. Really, my question is, at the end of the day, where do wisdom come in? Then you're caught you're caught in the middle.
All right.
Now,
So let me
what?
jump in on that. So, and anybody else can jump in on an answer here as well. But, according to how the Bible, talks about wisdom, we've talked about it over the last few days, we should, in regards to that, in your situation, like how Bernadine said, slow to speak, quick to act, slow to speak. So, in that case, when you have a supervisor or someone that's in a position of authority, testing your patience or things like that, of course, the wisest thing to do is to stand down, because you don't want to create additional conflict. God doesn't want us to do conflict with one another, and then he puts people ahead of us for a reason. We have leaderships assigned, and even in the Bible, they have people at different leadership levels, and we should stand down. Now, in the case like Sylvia, dealing with what she talked about, she was more blunt with her approach. Now, you shouldn't let somebody take advantage of you to a point where they're disrespecting you and making you feel, less of or less than. But in a case where you're trying to, manage your job, you have food, people to take care of, you have to put food on the table and things like that. Being respectful and focused on your job and doing the best that you can is always the ultimate goal at the end of the day. But if someone's disrespecting you and putting you into a position of belittling you, then you must stand up for yourself, because God doesn't want you to be disrespected either. I think somebody chime in that wants to respond to that. Let me see. Let me go through my screen here because I got multiple pages here. Looks like it's well, did they put their hand down? Oh no, it's Bernadine. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Well,
Dennis,
I'm sorry, but I didn't
okay.
finish with my question yet, but it's okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. It's a two-part question. I apologize. So
No. Go ahead.
Okay,
It's
go
okay. I just gonna listen and see him.
ahead, Bernadine.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I know the Bible tells us that we should turn the other cheek. Um, but again, remember it also tells us 70 times 7. Yes, and it also show us that where Jesus was belittled also for his right, he was belittled, he was slapped, he was spit on, he was lied, and he take it. I am not saying that we should be perfect like God. We are not perfect like Jesus. We are just striving to perfection, but they are limited at time when people do push you to do and to say things. And I always tell my kids, a winner walk away and a loser stand up. A winner walk away, a losers stand up. I am not saying again, believe you me, I'm not saying again that we should be fooled. Jesus did not call none of his children them to be fooled. He have time when even when Jesus, Pontius Pilate asked him, who does the people say you are? He said, who are you, the King of Kings? Are you the King of the Jews? He could have turned around and tell him, he said, yes, I am the big man. I am the King of Kings. I am the Lord of Lords. And I could have sent a leash of angels to defend me. I don't need to defend myself. I have angels of the angels to defend me. But again, he kept quiet. Sometimes that is what we have to do when,
Mhm.
again, when the word said, slow to speak and quick to listen. Yes,
Mhm.
they think that they win. When we walk away and we shut our mouth, they think that they win. Oh, yes, see? Oh, Dennis D and Bernadine, they are the fool. I tell them this and I said that and I do that to them. You see, they are the fool. No, we are not the fool. They are the fool because
Mhm.
little did they know that through all of this, when we are praying for them, keep us from not telling them something out of the way or doing them something out of the way. So sometimes that is what we got to do. Slow to speak and quick to listen. Walk away, because if you don't walk away, you're going to do something or say something that you're going to regret later.
Wonderful point. Wonderful point. All right, guys, we have to move on to our next round of exercises. Didi, you ready?
I'm ready. And I did forget to mention this in my introduction. For those that are new to Google Meet, what you can do is double tap my video, and that will enlarge the screen at the top. So it'll be a little bit easier for you to see the movements that we're doing. And then once I am done working out, you guys can double tap again, and that'll minimize my screen. All righty, guys, let's get our music started, and we'll jump into round 2 of our workout. All righty. So we're going to start again. Oh, sorry, that was the music. All right, we're going to start with our leg raises. Go ahead and put your hands chest level. Bring your knee as close to your hand as you can get it. We're going for a 10 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, get those knees up, 8, 9, last set, and 10. Good job. Shake it off, shake it off. All right, guys, we're going to go down to our mat. All right, so our first exercise are those frog taps. Remember, we have our feet together, knees separated. We're leaning back on our elbows. We're going to lift our feet up and tap down. Up, tap down. We're going to do that 10 times. Let's go. Up, down, up, down. 2, up, down, up, down. 4, up, down, up, down. 6, down, up, down. 8, up, down, up, and down. That's a 10 count. Good job. All right, guys. Next, we're going to lay all the way back. And this is the exercise. Go ahead and put your hands behind your head. Lay flat on the ground. We're going to start in this position. We go up, down, out, bend. Just like that. We're going to do a 10 count. Let's join it together. Up, bend, out, bend, up, bend, out. That's 2. Up, bend, out, bend, up, bend, out. That's 4. Up, down, out, in. 5. Up, bend, out, bend. 6. Bend, out, bend. 7. Bend, out, bend. 8. 2 more. Bend, out, bend. 9. Up, bend, out, and bend. Good job. That's 10. All right, guys. So next, we're going to do our bicycle kick. And remember, that's the exercise where we're bicycling for 10 seconds. We'll take a break, and then we'll continue with 10 more seconds. Go ahead and lay flat down. Bring both of your knees up. and we're gonna bicycle for 10 seconds, all right? Hang in there for those 10 seconds. The break is coming. Let's go, guys. Let's start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, feet down. Take a few moments, cool off. All right, back up. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Take a breather. Take a breather. All right, back up. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Take a break. Take a break. All right, back up. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, guys. We got one more set, and then we'll move on. All right, legs up. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, guys. Great job on that. We know that's a tricky exercise, but hang in there with me. All right, so next we have our torso twist. That's the exercise where we have our knees slightly bent. We're going to sit back at an angle. Grab your hands together. And we go to the side. 1, 2, center. 1, 2, center. Remember, don't sit straight up. Sit at an angle, okay? So we can feel the contraction of our muscles. All right, guys, let's do our torso twist. Join in with me. 1, 2, middle. 1, 2, middle. 1, 2, middle. 1, 2, we're at 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 10. Good job. All right, guys, shake it off, shake it off. You know I like to say that. All right, so our next exercise is our reverse crunch. That's the one where we take our hands, we put them straight behind us, and we're going to bend at the elbow and come back up. Now, don't use your arms to push all your body weight up. I want you guys to activate your core muscles to help pull your body back up. Don't just use your arms. We already had arm day, right? It's ab day. All right, guys, going in for a 10 count. Let's go. Down, up, down, 2, down, up, down, up, 4, up, down, up, 6, down, up, down, up, 8, down, up, down, up. That's 10. Good job. All right, guys. Next is our frog reach. Go ahead and get your feet back into that frog position. Feet together, knees separated. And this is the one where we lay back, but we want our shoulder and our head off the ground, okay? So lay back, keep your head off the ground. And we're going to take one hand, we're going to tap 3 times. We're going to move our core so we can tap 3 times on each side. All right, we're going to go in for a 10 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that head up. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's 8. 1, 2, 3. That's 9. And 1, 2, 3, that makes 10. Good job. All right, guys, we have one final exercise in this round. This is where that water bottle comes in. So we give you a chance to get to it. Our last round, what I want you to do, set your water bottle right by your feet, okay? You want it a little, not as far as your feet, bring it a little bit closer. And for this exercise, what we're going to do, sit back like this. You want to lean back at that angle. And what we're doing, we're going to start with both feet on one side of the bottle. Lean back. We're going to lift our foot up, over, up, over. Make sure you're leaning back and activating your core muscles, okay? All right, guys, one foot at a time. Let's go. Up, over, up, and over. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't knock over your water bottle. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, team. That concludes round 2. Let's get back into our Bible study.
Bum 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 bum. Da, da, da. Oh, sorry guys, I was into the song. Man, boy, you guys lucky I'm not, because you not do the club move on you. Anyway, all right, guys, let's continue our Bible study. So, our next verse that we're going to jump into is the initial one that I said, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. And that says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. So we can just easily break that down. Commit to the Lord in whatever you do. So everything we do, in this case, we're talking about our workplace. You know, we have to commit. We have to commit. If we say we're going to go do a job and we're going to, do that to provide for our families and for ourselves, we got to commit to it. The Lord wants us to commit to whatever it is that we're going to do. We can't have 1 foot over the fence and 1 foot on the other side of the fence. We got to commit 100%. Okay, on the workplace. If God blessed us with that job, our job is to commit to it. And once we commit to it, then guess what? God will do the rest. God will do the rest. Even in our tasks that we do, God will protect us. If you're in a hazardous job, God will protect you. He'll watch over you to make sure you don't get hurt. If you're doing certain projects or certain tasks on the job, if God wants it to happen, he's going to see it through. If he wants you to get that big promotion, he'll see it through. He'll establish all your plans. He'll establish all the plans. So we have to focus on committing. That's the biggest challenge right there. If you guys agree with me that that's the biggest challenge, the commitment part, then put some thumbs up in the chat. If that's the biggest challenge, is committing. Okay. For some people, because that's the biggest challenge for me, is the commitment part. So once we overcome that and we understand that we have to commit, and God bless us with these opportunities, then guess what? He's going to put forward and and take one step at a time, all the plans, and establish it. Okay. All right. So let's jump into the discussion question. I would love to hear some of these answers on this discussion question here. So when it comes to that, using that verse as a discussion point, what does it mean to commit your actual work projects to the Lord? What does it mean to actually commit your work projects to the Lord? So you're on the job doing a work project. What does it mean to commit your work projects to the Lord? Who can chime in on that question? Didi?
I think committing your work projects to the Lord looks like including God in what you do. So we have been talking all week about wisdom, asking God for the wisdom to take the right direction with this project. I think it also includes asking God for the discipline to get it done and get it done properly. I know sometimes, especially if it's a lengthy project, we might be a little tempted to shortchange some things or hurry up and rush, not really prepare the right way. And that's not how God operates at all. He doesn't throw stuff together and say, here, there you go, deal with it. So
Exactly.
asking God to help us with that discipline and that commitment as we're working through those projects.
Wonderful. So discipline and commitment is what we should be asking for. Perfect. Sylvia?
Adding to what Dee Dee said, I mean, basically, like I say, being disciplined, but you also, the Bible says, work as unto the Lord. You work when you're on a project or on a job, you're not working as unto man, as men pleasers. You're working to please God because that's a job He bless you with. Not saying you're not trusting God, but you're trusting God because that's your natural resources. Not saying God wouldn't bless you if you wasn't working, but He gave you that job to work as unto Him, to do your best, as Aaron said. If you're gonna be a janitor, be a good janitor. Whatever your profession is, you want to be good at what you do. You want to do the best you can with what you got. And if you don't know how to do it, you ask God for assistance, or God will allow someone to help you do the best you can do.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ludi?
Do the best that you can. When you commit to working a task, you commit to it because God honors God honors people that commit to their work or commit to anything that they try to do. So God is a God is a oh my, I lost my train of thought. Yeah.
All right. All right. Bernadine?
Right now, remember the word of God said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct our path. And if we trust in Him and we look up to Him, He will direct our path. Especially when at work, we know troubling times because there are all type of people you work with, all type of people. You work with Christian and non-Christians. So again, when you work with, especially work with this type of people, you have to know how to walk, how to talk, because the first thing non-Christian look and say, and so you call yourself a Christian. So you call yourself a Christian. So we just have to be careful and just let God direct our path, and we do not lean on our own understanding, but make Him direct our path. Yes, sometimes it's just hard. A Christian life is not an easy life. People said, oh, some people said, oh, no, live a Christian, that God people, you guys are God people, so you guys should always walk straight and be perfect. No, no, no. We go through temptation, and sometimes some real bad temptations we go through, especially when people look at us, they push us just to see what we're going to do, or push us just to hear what we're going to say. So we have to always lean on God and let Him direct our path.
Wonderful point. Wonderful point. All right, Dennis G. You're on mute. You're still on mute.
Mm.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I never really put my hand up, but I mean.
Oh, your hand is up right here, but okay.
Yeah, well, I do it now. But I mean, I heard what Bernadine said, but I'm okay. I go along with that.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not the same.
All right, guys. All right, let's go to the next round. Didi, you ready?
I am ready. All right, let me get my camera pulled up here. All righty, guys. So you know what I like to say for round 3, right? It is the last round of the night. That means give it your all, give it your full effort. You'll feel accomplished. We're going to sleep so much better. We're going to have the abs that we really want. It's round 3, guys. Let's get to it. Me and these abs, I almost want abs real bad. I keep talking about them. All right. We're going to start with our knee raises. So remember, put those hands chest level. If you can only get it this high, you better make sure that knee is touching your hands, okay? So try to reach for chest level. We're going to do a 10 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Shake it off, and come on down to the mat. All right. So we're going to do our frog taps next. Go ahead and put those feet in the frog position. Let your knees separate. Lean back. This time I want you on your elbows. Lean back on your elbows. We're going to intensify it. All right. Remember, up and then tap on the ground 10 times. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right, team. Next, we're going to do our leg extensions. Go all the way back. Hands behind your head. Lay nice and flat. Starting with our knees up, we're going to go up, down, out, and then back in. All right, doing this for 10 count. Let's go. Up, bend, out. 1, up, bend, out. 2, up, bend, out. 3, up, bend, out. 4, up, bend, out. 5, up, bend, out. 6, almost there. Bend, out. 7, up, bend, out. 8, up, bend, out. 9, last one. Bend, out, and that's 10. Good job. All right, team. Next, we're going to do our angled bicycle kick. Remember, that's the exercise when we bicycle our feet, right? So go ahead and lean back. Bring those knees up. We're going to do the 10 count. Take a break. 10 count. Take a break. All right, let's go for our first 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a rest. Take a break. Back up. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Take a break. All right, legs up. 10 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs down. Good job. All right, we got a couple more sets, guys. Hang in there with me. All right, legs up. 10 count. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Take a break. You earned it. All right, up. 10 count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs down. All right, last set, guys. Give it your strong. I know this is a hard exercise, but hang in there. It's the last of the night. Take out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Give it a rest. All right, team. Next, we have our torso twist. This is the one where we have our knees slightly bent, and we're back at an angle, hands together. We're going to go 1, 2, turning our body, 1, 2 to the center, 1, 2 to the center, okay? Torso twist, take out. Let's go. 1, center, 2, center, 3, center, 4, center, 5, center, 6, center. Make sure you're doing that double pulse. Center, center, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good job. All right, guys. Next, we're doing our reverse crunch. Hands behind your back. Now we're going to bend the elbow. And remember, we're not using our arms to push ourselves back up. We're using our core to pull ourselves back up. All right, team, take count. Let's go. Down. 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. 4. 5. 6. Give it your all. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Good job. All right, team. Next, we have our frog reach. Remember, get your feet in that frog position. We're going to lay it all the way back with our shoulders and our head off the ground. Lay back, hands behind your head to keep your neck up. Frog position. 3 taps on each side. Okay, same count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. This is great for like a love handle. 3 and switch. 1, 2, 3. 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 Last set. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. And done. All right, team. Last exercise of the night, okay? It's the last one. Go ahead and grab that water bottle. Take a sip first if you need to. Go ahead and position your water bottle. We're going to switch it up this time. So we're going to start with one leg over like we did last round. And then we're going to challenge ourselves to put both feet over the bottle together. We'll see if we can get through it. Let's do it together. All right, go ahead and lean back. Get on your elbows. And we're going to start with putting our feet over individually, okay? Let's go. Right, left, left, right. Right foot, left foot. Left foot, right foot. Come on, guys. Feel it in your lower abs. Feel it in your lower back. We're getting strong, guys. Left, right, right, left, right. Right and left. Come on, guys. Left foot, right foot, left. Left foot, right foot. Right foot, left. Okay, got a couple more of these. And then we're going to see if we can get both feet over at the same time. We're going to try our best, all right? All right, team. Go ahead and start with your feet on the left side of the bottle. We're going to see if we can get them both over at the same time. All right, both over. Let's go. Over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down. Come on, guys. Over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down. Woo! All right, man. We survived it. I don't know if you guys realize this. We have done a minimum of 300 crunches tonight. Did y'all realize that? Go back and watch the replay. Count how many crunches we did. We have done a minimum of 300 crunches tonight. I'm so proud of you guys. Let's get it. 2026, guys.
All right. Wonderful job, Didi. I was up there doing like this. Well, that music was getting
I'm
me.
gonna make you come on camera and work out. I'm gonna make you work out on camera.
I work out off camera. I told you saw the moves I was doing with the weights. You know, I gotta work my jaw out and stuff like that because I do a lot of talking. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and round out the lesson. All right. So let's go ahead and finish off our lesson, guys, about wisdom on the workplace, okay? Give me just a second here. Let me get my notes back up. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the last verse, okay? The last verse that we're going to do is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. And that says, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there's neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Okay? Let me repeat that one more time. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you're going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Let's break that down. All right. So obviously, like we've been talking about all night, whatever you do it to the best of your ability. God blessed you with that job. Okay. God blessed you with that job. So if you're going to do it and you're going to work at it, do it to the best of your ability, because one day we won't be on this earth. There won't be no need for planning. There won't be no need for knowledge. And especially there won't be no need for wisdom, because let's define what wisdom is again to see why that makes sense. Okay. Let's define what wisdom is again. So according to our definition, wisdom is the ability to apply knowledge, experience, and good judgment to navigate life's complexities according to the word of God. Well, once we enter into the realm of death, we don't need any life experience or any knowledge or any wisdom or anything like that, because we'll be in the realm of the dead. There won't be no working, no planning, no knowledge, no nothing. You know, all we're going to be doing is praising God. That's all we're going to be doing. When we make it to heaven, all we're going to do is be praising God. That's the only thing that we're going to be doing. We have no need for wisdom at that point, because we're not worried about life's complexities at that point. We've made it to the kingdom. We're praising God, and we are fellowshipping with our brothers and sisters and honoring God all day long, 24/7, 365. You guys agree with that? Let me know in the chat. Okay. Got you. All right. So let's go ahead and do our last discussion question. Our last discussion question is, how can excellence in your craft be a form of worship? We have a lot of professionals on this line. So, you know, I may want to hear from some of our newcomers if they're willing to answer a question. You know, how is excellence in your craft a form of worship? Anybody like to answer that one? If you're new and you want to answer, you click the three dots and you click the hand to raise, and you can answer the question. Let me repeat the question one more time. How is excellence in your craft, okay, be a form of worship? How is that a form of worship? All right. Anybody can chime in. All right, Didi.
I'm not sure if this is the right answer, but it's what comes to mind as you pose the question. When we look at how God does things, he does things perfectly. Everything that he does is without flaw. And I feel like us trying our level headed best, our giving it our all, is our way of trying to be Christ like. Even though we may not do it to the level of perfection, just giving it that effort is giving God glory. God, you gave me the mind to be able to perform this job. You gave me the body and the strength to be able to perform this job. I want to mirror you. Everything you do is perfectly planned to perfection. I'm going to try my best to do the same.
Great answer. All right. Sylvia?
I just want to add to what Didi said as well. As we were saying before, you're working it unto the Lord, and God is perfect. And like she said, we're mirroring him. So he's without flaw. We are what we're supposed to be, little Christ, little, well, with the S. We're supposed to be like him. So we want to do our best. If you look at, remember Cain and Abel gave his very best to his ability, but then when not Cain, but Abel gave his very best. But Cain is like, he was like nonchalant. Okay. I guess he felt like his brother had the best job, but either way, he should have given his best, even though he had to till the ground. But like I say, we do our very best, the best to our ability.
Wonderful answer. Dennis G? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, no, okay. It's a coincidence that you ask a question like that because yesterday I had an experience. I had a air condition to repair, and I being in this business for over 20 years, I am. Sometimes I find myself that I go to the situation, the apartment. I go through all my protocol, my everything, and this problem. I know I've been through that problem several times, many times. I know exactly what to do, what the problem is. I was there checking and checking and checking everything, checking and checking everything. Everything, tapped out perfect. So, well, come on, what's the problem? Am I missing something? Because I have a tendency, I am overlooking stuff. When I say overlooking, I mean I think too far. Okay, and I walk away from the unit. Went and I sat in my car for about 10 minutes. Went back to the unit, and I talked to God. I said, Lord, am I missing something? Okay, am I missing something? Please, if I'm missing something, show me. And I went back and I started looking and looking and looking all over everything, every detail. And whoops, there it is. Almost like, I don't want to say pass out, but guess what happened? I forget to pull out the safety switch. That's why the unit wouldn't come on. And if God didn't brought that to my mind, maybe I wouldn't have been here with you guys tonight because I'm dealing with 220 volts. That would have killed me. That one thing, I forget to pull that switch out. And the Holy Spirit just, have me to go over the whole system again. And, and I went right to the boss. Oh, wow. Okay. That's why. So I have to give him all the praise and glory, and I do include him in my job every day. every day I do include him in there, and he always come true for me. So that's all
Wonderful.
I'm saying.
Thank you so much. All right, then go ahead.
Me? It's me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Exactly. That's what God requires of us to give our best. He don't want us to give up the worst or the second best. He want us to give us the first best and the best that when he can look at us, he can remember again. Like I said, and in the word of God, God do not look on the outward appearance. He look at our heart. That is why he look at our heart. He don't look outside. When people judge us from outside, God does not judge us from outside. We want him to look and lift up our hands and said, Lord, here I am. Use me. Here I am. I give you my heart. I give you my soul. I give you my everything. That at the end of the day, when we get to heaven and we stand before him, we want to hear him said, well done, good and faithful servant.
Wonderful. Ludi?
You're right, Bernadine. At the end of the journey, we want God to say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." Whatever we do, we will do it with our whole heart. When we do it with our own heart, in that way we honor God. We honor God. We do it with our whole heart. Anything that we set out to do, we do it with our whole heart. Why? Because in that way we honor God.
Wonderful. Thank you. Sylvia?
I just want to give an example. It's like if you have children and you teach your children to clean a certain way that you want it to be, so they'll grow up with that in them, and they have to do it, and they have to go back and do it again because they didn't do it the way you say do it. You want it, what you might as well say, impeccable. You want it to be perfect, just like God is perfect. Even though we're not God, but you want it did a certain way. So that's how our parents taught us, and that's how we teach our children. So you want it did right.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Anybody else want to chime in before we end our discussion for the day?
Yes, he wants us to, sorry, I did not raise my hand. Yes, he wants us to run this race. And if any one of us are run a race before, running a marathon before, it's not an easy thing. It's very hard to run in a marathon. And if you don't train, if you do not train yourself, it will be very hard and very difficult to run that marathon. But if you train yourself, you're gonna sprint. Oh boy, the people behind gonna just get your dust. That is exactly what a Christian walk. If we do it the godly way, run the race the way how God said, yes, we will. Like Sebastian, all of us said, we are not perfect. We are just striving for perfection. When we run that race, we will get hurt. We will get so much maybe someone of our limb will broke something, but get up. Do not stay down there. Get up. If you can look up, you can get up and go back again, dust yourself off and let's go. That's what God wants us to do, to run this race with perfect. Run it. And if you are tired, ask God. You know what, God, I am tired. I am tired. And he said he is our burden carrier. He will carry you. When you see that one set of footprint inside of the sand, it's not our footprint. It's not ours. It is God, because he is carrying us. He is carrying us. So let us run that race and do not stop, because we want our crown when we get to heaven. I know a lot of us have this goal, wear it around our neck, on our fingers, but the best goal is that crown of gold when we get to heaven, when He placed that crown on our head and said, welcome. We don't want Him to hear, we don't want to hear He said, depart from me, I know you not. So we got to do our work down here. Do it now while we have the time.
Wonderful. All right, Didi, you're the last one, and then we'll go into our announcements and dismiss everybody.
All righty. So I'll try to keep this story quick and to the point. Some of you guys already know this story if you know me personally, but I was a stay-at-home mom for many years. My spouse was a Marine, and so I didn't work. And during the pandemic, things were just hectic. Toilet paper is $20 a pack. Groceries are sky high. So I applied for a job that I thought I was qualified for. I was a pharmacy technician by trade, got certificate and everything. And when I applied, there were no openings. So I ended up working for this company as a cashier and a cart pusher. And I was so excited. I mean, I went to work with a smile on my face every day because I was just so blessed that God had even given me the opportunity to work. And within 6 months of working as a cart pusher and a cashier, I got a promotion into the optical space. And I was screening people, doing temperatures and everything. And it was menial work, but I did it with my whole heart because I'm like, Lord, I didn't plan on this. You just blessed me out of the clear blue sky. And within 6 months of that, I got promoted to manager. This was a job that I was not qualified for. I didn't have any certificates or anything, but in everything that I did, I gave God the glory and the honor. And something my father has always taught me is that, baby girl, you go after stuff that you want because God will put people to show you favor. That's his favorite thing to say, favor, favor. So I say all this to say that even if you're not in the position where you feel like you should be, maybe you got the degree or you got the certificate and you can't find the job, you get your foot in the door. And with everything you do, you give God the honor, the glory, you praise him, and people will see that work ethic. They will see that you give it your all and they will show you favor. God will put it on their heart to show you favor. That's why you do it. You do it unto God. And man is going to notice too. We're not doing it to impress man, but they'll take notice as well. They'll see the God in you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great point, guys. So that ends our Bible study session for today. Stick with us for another 5 minutes. So let's just do a couple announcements and then we will be dismissed. But just to round everything out, guys, wisdom on the workplace. Key. Okay, wisdom is not just made for just walking around in life and things like that. It's also made for your workplace too. Making wise decisions on the workplace, the way you talk to a person, the way you commit to things. You have to commit. You have to commit. The Lord wants us to commit because we're doing this as if we were doing it for him. Okay? Don't look at your boss and say, oh, well, that guy sucks, so why should I work hard? No, God wants you to commit to the job because you know what? Your commitment might just help a client, help a patient, help someone that's in need. And just because you don't like your boss and you don't like the job anyway, you can, anything that you do can be helping someone else. Even like I said, even if you're the janitor, cleaning the bathroom, helping people not to get any kind of diseases or anything like that, just doing your best at that level of a job is important and committing to that. All right, guys. All right, let's close out and let's just jump into our announcements real quick. So as usual, who did their food challenge today? Our food challenge for those that are new is this week we're committing to eat something green every day. Committing to eat something green every day. So let me see some thumbs up. Okay, so I see a couple thumbs up. All right. Okay. Can one or two people tell me what they ate green today?
I ate broccoli.
Broccoli. Okay, that's green.
I
I had
had,
wheat.
oh,
Oh, go ahead, Sylvia. Sorry.
no. Go ahead, Didi.
Oh, I had a
Then-
seaweed salad with shiitake mushrooms. It was so good.
Sound good. Dennis G, you're on mute.
I was trying to be funny here, but I did eat something green today. I ate a dollar bill.
The dollar bill. Okay. Well, I hate to see. I hope that doesn't. I
Sorry,
hope that
guys.
doesn't.
He is funny.
I hope.
Just trying to be
I,
silly.
I hope that doesn't come back in quarters. By the way.
Oh no, man! Come on now.
Wow.
All right. All right. Okay, guys. Go ahead, Sylvia. Who were you going to say what you had green today?
Yes. I had cucumbers, I had broccoli. What else I had? It was like a cucumber salad, so it was good. It was really good.
You know, you had some extra on there. Okay.
Yes, you know I did. And some olives. But they weren't
All right.
black, they were green this time.
You had green olives too. Well, you had triple green today. Good.
Yes, I did.
All right. All right, guys. Tomorrow is our game night tomorrow.
Help us,
Yeah.
Jesus. Help us.
We're excited. Tomorrow is our game night. For our Get Fit for God members, keep in mind, that's a great way for you to earn 10 points if you win the game night. All right. But still also invite your friends as well, your people that you invited this week. Invite them tomorrow for game night. You know, if they were here this week, invite them for game night tomorrow. Okay. But definitely come with your thinking hat on. We will be playing Bible Jeopardy. Bible Jeopardy. For those that need to brush up on the rules, try to look it up tonight and tomorrow on how to play Jeopardy. Go to YouTube, look up a Jeopardy episode on YouTube to figure out how to play Jeopardy. I will be going over the instructions tomorrow, so before we start the game, but do a little bit of research. Go look on Jeopardy. If you guys remember the show, great. If you don't, just do a slight review on YouTube on Jeopardy, okay? All right. Also, keep in mind that next week we'll be having Wellness Wednesday. We have a nice panelist set up for next week. So make sure you come with your notebooks, ready to listen, and bring at least 1 or 2 questions, okay? All right. For those that are new, if you want to be a part of our messenger group, please let the person that invited you know, and we can add you to the messenger group. The benefit of being added to the messenger group is that you get to be involved in our conversations daily. We post our food. Sometimes we post recipes on there. We post pictures. We talk about different things. And also that's how you get the direct link to the Google Meet. So I usually announce that. And also you get the discussion questions and the verses that we're going to do for that day. So I usually post it somewhere around 11 or 12 o'clock the day of. That way you can look at the verses and you can also see the discussion questions. So those are the benefits of being on the messenger group. Okay. All right, guys. Also, everybody go to our Facebook page, Get Fit for God Facebook page. We are in our 5th installment of our member of the week, which is Sylvia Alston. We Get Fit for God did ask her another question, and she posted another beautiful picture. So go ahead and take a look at that. Look at her answer to the question, comment, like it, and share it. Okay. All right. So we want to
Y'all
thank
so sweet. I'm sorry.
we want to thank everybody that participated in our Get Fit for God today. Thank you to all our guests and newcomers. I want to go ahead and recognize everybody that's on the line. I see Dee Dee. I see Sylvia. I see Bernadine. I see Dennis G. I see Lou D. Oh, that's all that's left. Okay. All right. And let me ask a question to the people that are here. Who did you invite? If you invited somebody, chime in. Tell me who you invite that showed up. Tell me who you invited that showed up. Sylvia, go ahead.
My daughter Simone and my sister Sandra.
Okay, got you. All right. Bernadine,
My grandson Kylon.
got you. Okay. Thank you, Kylon. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Simone. Okay. Anybody else invited somebody? I see Lou D's hand up.
I invited Trina, my niece, new
Trina.
niece.
Okay, got you. All right. Was that all our guests? Anybody else invited any other guests that we may have missed? Okay, wonderful. Well, if you invited those folks, please go back and invite them again for tomorrow. Invite them again for tomorrow and also for the remainder of the week. And also find someone new to invite. Again, we're trying to expand our community. We're trying to expand our family. And it's important for us to spread God's word because, again, we want to spread the word of salvation. Okay, God is coming back. Jesus is coming back. So the more people we can get on here, the more people that can hear the word, the more people that can possibly be saved by what we say. We never know what we say or who is watching this they can be saved. Okay. All right, guys. I thank everybody for their efforts of what they've been doing, bringing people on, getting people to subscribe. Okay. This is our community. This is our family. And God has blessed us with this. And we will grow this into something that's going to be phenomenal. So, as you guys who've been here, my legacy members that have been here from day one, you've seen how we've grown over these short months. So just imagine where we're going to be in a year from now. Imagine where we're going to be at for 2027. Imagine where we're going to be at 5 years from now. Okay? God is doing wonderful things in our lives with this Get Fit for God, and we just need to continue to push forward. Okay? I want to keep you guys encouraged. All right. So last but not least, I want to remind everybody to like and share, of course. Whoever you invited, remember always to get them to like and share our videos. All right. All right. Any prayer requests? Any prayer requests? All right. Everybody must be blessed. Okay.
Unspoken.
Huh?
Unspoken.
Unspoken. Dee?
Yes, the prayer request that I have, it kind of ties into my response to the last question. Just praying that God continues to just show favor, as I enter the workforce again. Guys, we always talk about me in school. It's my last semester. So I will be re entering the workforce and just praying that God just shows me favor, that He opens up my mind and I can put all that hard work to use. He's really held my hand through this degree. Whew. If it had not been for the Lord on my side,
That's right. That's
just
right.
praying for favor.
All right. Definitely we'll be praying for that as well. All right. Any other prayer requests? Okay. All right. All right. Who wants to pray today? Who wants to pray today? I know we got a limited people left on here. Who wants to pray today? Don't raise your hand so quick, though. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I got to do the countdown, and I guess I got to pick somebody. Don't be looking away from the camera now. I'm looking right through the camera. I can see right through your video, even if you got me on. Oh, I see somebody got off of mute just now. I guess that's who wants to pray.
I'll
All right.
pray.
All right, Sylvia, go for it. Sylvia felt it. She was like, "He gonna pick me." All
All
right,
right.
go for it.
Whew. Okay, let's bow our heads. I thank God, that God give us this platform to learn about Him, so we can show the love of God to one another and those that are listening and those that are on the replay, that He continue to bless us, the founder, that He continue to do what God allows him to do, because He do His best to His ability. The same with Dee Dee, and all of us that are His children, that we continue to improve and love Him with all our heart, soul, and spirit, that we can be ready even when there's other people that join that's going to be a part of our family. That we continue to seek His face, not His hand, that we live for Him, and that we please Him in everything we do and lean not to our own understanding. And that God have His way, that God keep us, cover us, bless Dee Dee with her prayer request, Mom with her prayer request, and those that didn't even ask, but in their heart they wanted to say something, that God granted. And I pray that it's in His will, that He have His way. Cover us in Jesus' name. For Christ our Redeemer, amen.
Amen. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, guys. That's the end of it. Did you can cut?